comes from Woodstock, New York. He is, he wanted me to throw this out there. I'm going to throw it out there. He runs a mic once a month at the Keegan Ales Brewery in Kingston, New York. Please give a nice warm welcome to my friend, Mr. Matthew Toledo.
What is up, Sloop Brewing? Thursday was the full moon. Yesterday was my birthday. I'm at full power, you guys. I really am. I'm mad. I'm angry. I got angry. Someone made me angry on my birthday. It was my dad. I've no contact with my dad for 3 years. He posts a photo collage on Facebook with me, but he's an absentee father. He doesn't have any photos with me, so he's just posting like my Instagram stories that are thirst traps that he screenshots. I'm like biting my lip on a longboard and he's sharing that shit. I'm like, Dad, this is cringe. A little backstory on him. His name was Jose. He changed it. He literally said, "No way, Jose." And then he said the same thing about raising his kids. And then he started a karate dojo in New Jersey, and I think that's what makes me the most mad. It's like he didn't just start a business he could leave to me. He had to start one I had to win from him in a duel or something. Karate is in your blood is a literal sentence my dad has said to me on multiple occasions. I'm like, dude, no, it's not. Like, I'm mostly Irish. Like, alcoholism's in my blood for sure, not karate. Anyway, enough about that guy. I'm happy now. I moved to Woodstock recently, and thank you. Yeah, Woodstock. I mean, don't clap at Woodstock. It sucks. It's bad. The only cool, like, there's Palestinian protests there every week. It's a tourist trap. You can't get a coffee under $4. That really makes me mad. But the Palestinian protests, like, I don't understand what they're accomplishing there. It's in the middle of the woods. Yeah, I know. Whatever. They gentrified the woods, but at these protests, there's like 3 sad bubbies waving like Israel flags. Like, no, we gotta keep bombing people. And they're like in front of peace signs. I think that's hilarious. Because it's a Woodstock. It's like, alright. But every Sunday they have to break up the protest for a drum circle. That's kind of beautiful, right? Like, or it would be, but it's a white person drum circle, so there's no rhythm. It just sounds like someone spilled a bunch of beans everywhere. Yeah, I mean, so it's a really liberal area, like, but not even like the good liberals, like the liberals that are responsible for the housing crisis. They just all have like Airbnbs, and that's how it's somehow like stimulating our whole economy. And I'm like, all right, well, this is bad, but I don't want you guys to think I'm some kind of right-winger. Like, it's just not as funny to talk about what the right-wing people are doing because it's like depressing and I don't know. One funny thing is the conservatives are getting mad about Superman. I saw this recently. They're all mad about the new Superman movie because James Gunn, the director, said it was an immigrant story. And I'm like, okay, are you going to be mad at the rest of the Justice League next? You're just fully evil now. Like, I guess at the end of the day, conservatives will always have Batman. He loves cops. He always will. Yeah, all cops are bastards, including the best detective ever. Unfortunately, guys, I hate to break it to you, but like maybe if Martha and maybe if his parents paid their taxes, Gotham wouldn't be so bad. They wouldn't have died on the street. All right, going against both sides. I'm not some kind of centrist. I'm really far left. Like I'm so far left, I think everyone should have a gun but me. My girlfriend's a socialist. I love being a socialist because if you're too broke to take them out one weekend, you just be like, babe, capitalism's got me down. I met my girlfriend on Tinder. We actually matched on Tinder back during COVID, but like the liberal agenda was trying to keep us apart, so we couldn't get together then. I'm glad she didn't meet that version of me. That was the worst version of me. Like I was doing drugs all the time. I was like doing Molly and arguing with people online about the George Floyd protests. I was arguing with the racist people, guys. Don't worry, it was cool. I don't know. I went through a breakup back then. Like I kicked a hole in my drywall, and you guys were like, "Whoa, you have anger issues, man. That's not cool." But no, karate's in my blood. My girlfriend's great though. She's beautiful. She's tall. She pays half the rent. That's what I love most about her. Because I can't do roommates anymore. I had a really weird roommate a few years ago. He got laid once in the 3 years I knew him, and he acquired 2 guns. That's a bad ratio. He was just a weird guy. I went through a breakup when I was living with him, and the first shotgun and how to load it. I was like, now is not the time, brother. I know I've been slacking on the dishes, but there's other ways to find a new roommate. I don't get off myself. Thanks. I'm not a gun guy. I never really have been. Like, I'm more of a bow and arrow guy. It's like really sad sometimes. It's hard to shoot yourself with one of those. It's a lot of like angles. A lot of guys want to learn how to bow hunt because of Joe Rogan. I want to bow hunt Joe Rogan. I think it's about time someone got him. Women really like that joke. Women don't like Joe Rogan. But I think that's just as the podcast proves that their boyfriends can't listen during 3-hour-long conversations. So I was talking about my old roommate. I met him when I was working one of the weirdest jobs I've ever had. I was a surveillance agent at a casino. It was pretty cool. There were guys on the cameras. They called us Eagle One over the walkie-talkies. My life was like an action movie, but a really shitty one about drunk people in Schenectady. They made me sign something when I first started working there that said I wouldn't like talk about things that happened there. I was really pissed. I was like, that's the reason I took this job was for the material. Then they made me sign something else that said I wouldn't use the cameras appropriately. My boss pulls me aside. He's like, that means you can't use the cameras to stare at women's cleavage. I was like, that's the other half of the reason I took this job. It's terrible. Wasn't so bad. We kept minors out of the casino for a whole year. They gave us a little Amazon gift card, and they also gave us this coin. I've got it right here. It says 365 days without an underage incident. And it has my name engraved on it. Like, what kind of pedophiles on this bullshit is this? And the worst part is it's like made out of metal. Like this thing is going to outlive me. And like someone could find it and be like, what the fuck? Yeah, so anyway, speaking of pedophiles, what'd you say?
Oh, I thought you said like, speaking of pedophiles, let's bring up the next one.
No pedophile comedians here. It's funny you mentioned that though. There was a comedian who got accused of being a pedophile recently. He was a friend of mine, and I made a bunch of jokes about it at an open mic, and it turns out he didn't do it. It turns out there's no evidence of him being a pedophile. He went to court, and it was weird. Like, I had to apologize to this guy. Like, hey, sorry, I made a bunch of jokes. And he's like, yeah, it kind of seems like you were kicking me when I was down. Like, you had an arrest warrant. Yeah. I was like, yeah, no.
Great.
I mean, what is he going to get me? Are you threatening me? If he's threatening me, I can't do it. I figured he was innocent, though, because he didn't kill himself, right? It's like in Harry Potter, the Prisoner of Azkaban, like, the Dementors didn't drive Sirius Black crazy, so, because he knew he was innocent the whole time. I don't know. He got mad at me. He said, it seems like you were kicking me while I was down. And I was like, yeah, dude, I thought you were a pedophile. I would do that again 100% of the time. Alright. Don't have much time with you guys left, but AI is kind of ruining society, don't you think? You can't even Google anything anymore. Google's wrong now. Didn't think that's how AI would get us. It's like, no, you can't just Google stuff anymore. You gotta ask Jesus now. You gotta do that. AI porn's pretty weird. You guys try that? No, just me. Because I'm ahead of my time. That's no way. That's cool. You can put in any prompt you want. It'll just make it for you. You can be like Princess Peach, fucking Bowser, Mario's crying in the corner. It doesn't make that for me. So I've been using my imagination way more than I ever have before. I like being on the cutting edge of jerk-off technology. I really do. I tried the VR porn. I didn't like that so much because like that feels like you're like a ghost inside someone's body that's getting laid. It's like you're being cupped from within. And I just really I like video games on the VR. Like I'm a gamer. I was pretty into this boxing game for a while. One time I was like sitting down and I put on the headset though, and I got up and it was like I was fighting a child. I was like, this is awesome. I was just wailing on the kid. I was like, oh man, if only my stepdad had had this technology growing up. Alright, I'm Matt Toledo. Thank you very much.